Okay, so this is going to be a kind of a crappy video, but I wanted to kind of show you guys what I do every day. My days usually start around 3 a.m. Hannah, do you mind? My days usually start around 3 a.m. And it's usually filled with dogs. Feeding, watering, cleaning kennels, laundry, all of it. You name it, I do it. And this is one of the ones that I work with right here, Miss Artie. We actually just earlier this month, right around the 4th and the 7th and all that, we lost all 4 of her puppies to parvo. Hi, Artie baby. And not only did we lose her puppies, but I also lost my own child. So she and I are kind of kindred spirits right now. We both understand that pain very well. And she's just one of the babies that'll be affected if I can't get my rent paid and everything and keep the 7 dogs that I have and 2 cats at my place in my home. And then these are Hannah and her pups. That is Scrappy and Hannah and Sally and big boy Samson, who the same week that we lost the puppies to parvo decided to be a big boss dog. Hannah, quit yelling. And attack a snake. And he got bit by a snake. But luckily he's just fine. He'll be alright, no problem. But these are 4 of the other ones that we work with daily. Between Eunice and I, and that I work with daily. And yes, their pen is kind of dirty, but it does get cleaned daily. I just haven't yet this morning. But these are just some of the babies that I work with and help and are in the process of getting healthy enough to be able to rehome and spayed and neutered and microchipped and shots and everything, with a shoestring budget that hardly exists outside of any donations that people so kindly and generously provide. But we do all that we can for them, providing them with the love and care that they need, as well as food and water and everything, until we can get them adopted and get them wonderful homes. But these are just 4 of the ones, plus Artie, that'll be affected, and I'll show you more in just a moment. These are 2 more of our boys right here, Smokey and Titus. Smokey is a Lab Aussie mix, and Titus is actually, hi Ty, hi Smokey. Ty is actually Artemis's son that she was dumped with. She was a mill mama. She was dumped out at Three Sisters here in Hot Springs in the national park, and we got the call and we picked her up, and at the time we didn't know that she was pregnant. She is heartworm positive, but she has since been spayed since we lost her puppies. No more babies for her. Yeah, no more babies for you. No, never again. You'll never have to worry about that heartbreak again. This boy was dumped off. This boy was dumped off of Southmore Road, Amity Road, which is a very long road here in Hot Springs that goes all the way to Amity, Arkansas. He was just dumped out there, and nobody's ever claimed him, so he's kind of up in the air as well. But we've got him neutered. He's been neutered and up to date on shots, and he is a sweet baby despite his neurotic behavior right now. But he is one of my favorite boys. So is Titus, and we work with them daily to keep them, you know, friendly and happy, and fresh food and water. And you can see they didn't eat everything from last night, but they'll get some fresh stuff in there today, and their pen will be cleaned up from whatever it was that they destroyed. Probably one of their toys. But these 2 have somewhat bonded together since we've had them, and you know, they're some of our precious babies that we try to help and do everything we can to save. Over here we have 2 of our loudmouth boys. We have Trooper and we have Big Boy. who is a very loud mouth. But he's actually headed to Oklahoma soon to be with a good foster there, Ty. And then we have Trooper, who is, he was dumped in Lanoke County. And that's Brandon, Eunice's grandson. He's helping feed and water the dogs while she is gone to Maryland to be with her father. Hi, Trooper. Are you chasing a bug? But we're... Him? No. Yeah, he's fine. He's fine. Trooper's fine. He was just up because Artie was out. And him and Artie don't really like each other. She's not a fan of the boys. She's not a fan of you boys. No. Yeah. This one is actually adoptable. He's fully vetted and everything. He came to us from Cabot. Well, not Cabot, but Lanoke County. He was dumped off in some farming community, and nobody claimed him. And we have reason to believe he might have been shot. Trooper, come here. Come here, Bubby. He might have been shot or some other kind of damage, because you can see he's got kind of a wound there on his head that we haven't been able to get him to the vet yet because we just don't have the funds lined up. But I know, you hate your head being touched. But it is kind of... And it's actually gone down quite a bit, but we're not entirely sure if it's just something that's happened or what. Yes, bud, I know you're there. You need to get your meds today. And we haven't been able to manage it yet, but pretty soon this whole area that you see from the corner of that fence, that pen right there with Hannah and the pups, all the way to where that post is on the ground, will be completely fenced into the house. So this will be our play and romp area for the dogs, so that we don't have to use the tie-outs as much. Right now, though, for some of the dogs, the tie-outs work. They don't bother them or anything. And yes, these are outside dogs, but we do what we can for them, even with them being outside dogs. You know, we keep them with pools, obviously. Everyone has their own pool, including Titus and Smokey over there. The pools are cleaned about once to twice a week, give or take how dirty they are, and everything. And the pens are cleaned daily, just spot cleanings, and then cleaned once massively throughout the week, or twice, depending on how bad they get them. Hi, Sally Sal. Scrappy. Hi, Scrappy. Hi, Scrappy. Now, these babies here, you got water all over your head. These babies here will be adoptable once they are old enough to be spayed and neutered. And once they receive their final vaccinations and everything, and are microchipped. Hannah is already adoptable. She does not have her microchip yet, but we will get that with the adoption fee. Off her, we'll get that adoption fee first and then have her microchipped, because it's $60 to do through Home Again. So there's that. But doing rescue is definitely not cheap, especially when you're the only one in the area that will deal with these kinds of dogs. The bully breed dogs, American Pit Bulls, Staffordshires, the American Staffordshires, the Amstaffs. You know, we're the only ones that will deal with the classic American bullies and just these dogs in general. Sadly, Garland County is somewhat of a BSL county, where if these dogs make it into the animal control shelter, they are pretty much automatically euthanized. They don't get much of a chance. So, you know, we do our best for them, and we try never to have to turn away a dog if we can help it, but sometimes it's not always a choice that we have to be able to help them. So we network and get them out there and try to see if maybe another rescue can pick them up, or, you know, a foster can help, which is limited, very limited for us, but we do all that we can. But these are just some of the babies here, that Eunice's, that if we don't manage to get things taken care of, will suffer the consequences of what I would consider my inability to ask for help when I need it, when I should have. Should have asked for help a while back, but I'm asking for help now for not only myself, but to make sure that I can continue on for these guys. Because without us, you know, their fates and their futures are quite undetermined without the rescue world and the rescue people that come out to help and maintain and manage. But for a long time now, it's only been Eunice and I taking care of these guys with little to, you know, with a little help from outside people. But these are our babies, and we care for them as if they're our own personal dogs, and everything. But these are just some of our babies.